guys, and welcome to your March 2021 reading. We are going to be taking a look at how you and your love interests are feeling for this month. We are entering Pisces season, so I do want to go over just a couple different little notes so you are aware and that you can use the most benefit of the energy of Pisces this month. I am going to use several decks while we go look into love. We're going to really dive in because Pisces season is overall a very sentimental and very compassionate type of energy for the month. We're really able to look beyond kind of some of those surface situations, and some of those dreamy vibes, even for the most cynical person, can really start to come out, and you can just kind of get an opportunity to really enter into that world and explore some of your emotions and kind of get your senses going into all of that. I really want to point out that your intuition and your ability to tap into that and experience those serendipities and those coincidences are going to be kind of striking this month. I mean, you're really going to stand out, and you're going to have an opportunity to either acknowledge them and realize that this is really something, or you can ignore them. I would definitely recommend doing some periodic reality checks. That would be wise, especially if it includes money or wellness or love or any of those things. Just make sure you're kind of coming from a very practical standpoint. Keeping your third eye chakra is going to be very important, because it does involve communication and creativity. Well, not as much communication, but it does involve a clear connection, almost on an intuitive and spiritual level. So you want to keep that flowing, and it's really it does have more to do with that intuitive type of sense. So if you feel like you need to get that open, if you feel like you have a blockage there, we can definitely look into that, so you can reach out and ask me about that. Lots of water this month, you guys. I can't even stress that enough. It is, for whatever reason, it just definitely stands out this month to try to keep that flow, going. You definitely want to keep your channels open and keep your body in the best health possible. And definitely sit down with a notebook if you start noticing you guys have dreams, or these repetitive types of situations, or things are just kind of, you try to put the puzzle pieces together. Start writing the puzzle pieces down so that you can really do that at some point that you feel comfortable. At this point, just let it go. If you got some grudges you're holding on to, some things that you just kind of governs how you feel and how you're doing things and how you're applying your energy, really take a moment and reflect on that, identify it, and just get it out the door. It's really the perfect time to release that. Pisces season and energy can certainly illuminate some of those things, and you really don't want to fall victim to that mentality, as opposed to just kind of rising above that and dealing with the change that needs to take place. Other than that, allow yourself to romanticize, let go, and just allow this. It can be intense, the Pisces season, so you might as well make the most of it in a romantic way, to where you not only can kind of have this glamour shine to those around you, and the person that you do have a love interest in, they can kind of see that a little bit softer side of you, that you kind of open up your heart space and open up that ability to communicate and get on that same page. If that's the other person that needs to be doing that, you can expect a little bit more of that coming from them. Overall, it's going to be much better to come out of that shell and to not be, hard-nosed to it, or criticizing yourself or the possibilities and the potential of the relationship. Okay, so just keep the vibes high and allow yourself to just kind of deepen that connection with the person that you're interested in. Okay, so we have a couple things that we're going to look at this month: how they feel about you, kind of understanding where some of those blockages are, why you might be feeling the way that you've been feeling. We're going to dive into some strategies that can help and kind of identify what's out of balance, and get you the most information that you can possibly use to get your relationship and love life in the exact position that you'd like it to be. So let's go ahead and get started, and we'll see how things are looking for you. Hey Libras, all right, let's take a look at how the person you're interested in feels about you, and then we'll get into kind of how you're feeling and why, and what we can do about any imbalances going on. So first off, though, how is the person you're interested in feeling about you? This is for March 2021. All right, Two Swords, at a crossroad, trying to figure something out, making a decision. Let's see here. How are they feeling about you? Ace of Wands. So it looks like they are a little bit seeking clarity on either where they're wanting to go with the relationship or where you're wanting to go with the relationship. Because these two are talking about how they're at a crossroad of making a decision about what they want, right? About where they're going to put their focus, if this is going to become something. And these two cards are talking about a new beginning, but also, actually they came out like this, but also about taking a tactful approach. So actually with some of these cards here, I'm actually looking to, I might be seeing where someone's trying to really give a new approach when it comes to a relationship. And so you might be someone that they're actually trying to take pretty seriously, and therefore they're trying to come at this with a bit of a different perspective or, again, approach to make this successful. Okay. So I would say they're feeling pretty serious about things. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I'd say that they're wanting this to work out. They're wanting to see this actually turn into something that's happening. It may not be, everything might not be exactly where everybody wanted things to be in their life, but generally people do have high expectations before things start to happen. The point is that it doesn't matter really where you are, or if you're completely at the top, or if you're rich, or if you've made all of your accomplishments. The point is that you guys have met, you found a connection, and that you're going to pursue it together. So they're very optimistic, in other words, about where you guys are at in the relationship. Let's get an idea of how, or what, I'm trying to understand how you've been feeling lately. The harder the matter, there's more going on that meets the eye. Then meets the eye, and actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. So I feel like this is a little bit of just apprehension on whether or not this is something serious, whether or not to commit to this. But I do get the impression that, there, like it says, there is more going on than meets the eye. So don't necessarily just shut it out or reject it or give it any kind of, I would give it enough attention to where the other person clearly has an understanding of what you want. That way nobody's time's being wasted, and you're not stringing anybody along, and you're letting things, pursue the best that they can for the moment. Relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change and be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. So this is both saying be at peace with where you're at the moment, but also understand what it takes to actually build a strong relationship, or to have good impressions of another person, to not have too high of expectations, and to be able to dream of what that person looks like in the future, but as well as be, realistic about it as well, and what that would actually look like. Let's take a peek at what you're addressing at the moment. Or what you're leaving behind. It can be either. Alright. So you're letting go of what you don't need, right? You're meditating on the things that you really do want, the things you want to bring into your life, the things that are important to you, which then creates an abundance. So that's what you need to address. That's the kind of flow and the order you need to be taking things. You're letting go of apprehension, you're letting go of past traumas, you're letting go of past situations that might be bringing in an influential energy that doesn't need to be there, and you're meditating on what you really want. You're reflecting on what you were really wanting and desiring. And with this person, or if you don't have somebody right now and they're coming in, it does bring in a sense of either what you want, or, it reveals something that you are wanting to see or needing to see. All right, so where might things be out of balance? Let's take a peek at that. So purpose. So this is demonstrating love. This is being aware and living what it is that you are saying you want. Holy moly. and commitment. And then committing to it wholeheartedly so that it can produce something, create something. So I'd say this is all, if I was to summarize kind of what everything is trying to say, I would say that the more straightforward you are, the more you accept what's happening and you go with the flow and let things just kind of rhythmically develop, the more you let go of what you don't need, you invite what it is that will bring you abundance and will bring you wealth and happiness in your life, and you're just open for that, and kind of just going with the flow. You're not getting in your own way. In other words, this is what is getting in your own way. It's the lack of committing. It's the lack of acknowledgement. It's the lack of determining and deciding and then committing and then pursuing what it is you want. You might want to think about that for a second, because that's what it is. It's deciding, writing it down, committing to it, letting it come in, being okay with the unknowns, being at peace with knowing that you don't have all the answers, but the universe has your back, right? And what strategies can you do to relieve these imbalances? Patience. You're able to let the universe transform what it is that you are wanting, or where you're at now, into what it is that you're wanting. This is about faith. This is about faith in the universe and watching the detachment of the things you don't need create balance in your life. And it could just be detaching from your own self-sabotage. For others of you, it's a person. For others of you, it's just committing. And that's tough. That is tough for a lot of people. But I do see that that's something that is time to really take ownership and then watch the transformation take place. And if you're looking for spontaneity, if you're wondering, like, I know a lot of the times it's a healthy thing for you to feel that, but it comes with kind of owning, both sides equally and letting things just kind of flow naturally. That is the best advice I can give you. So I hope that helps. Let me know if it resonates, and if you'd like to look at your personal situation, I have all the information on how to book a reading down below. Otherwise, have a good month, guys. Much love to you. We'll talk to you soon.